Studio Series 86 in my collection. He is sorely needed. Finally have a couple of G1, the main G1 guys here, Optimus and Megatron. So, needed that on my shelf. Now we just need this sound wave. Alright, there is your Studio Series 86 Megatron. Hello! Today on the channel, we're going to be unboxing a figure I have been looking forward to getting unboxed since it came in the mail. Since it got dropped off on my front porch. I cannot wait to get this open. It's Megatron! Studio Series 86 Megatron, Transformers the movie. Oh, that's my jam. G1, baby. Ah, man. Of course, this one doesn't turn into a little gun. You get the accessory, which I'm excited about. He turns into a tank, which is fine. I probably won't ever really transform him. He'll just be a cool Megatron on my shelf. I feel like he's such a big upgrade from my Earthrise Megatron. I have it sitting over here, so I'll show you kind of the comparisons once I get this Megatron out of the box. But for now, there's the front of the box. Let's flip it around to the back. Cannot wait to get this thing unboxed. So there is your transformed, you know, like he's supposed to transform and get small and go into like Soundwave or Starscream's hand, you know. So I love that it comes with that accessory. It even goes on the top of this tank mode, which I don't know is fine. He also gets his laser sword, which that's awesome that they threw that in. All right, next, the first side there, leader class figure. And then the other side, Megatron, Studio Series. It doesn't say 86, just says Studio Series, but it is Studio Series 86, Transformers the movie. Unless they're just going Studio Series Transformers the movie and they got rid of the 86. Did it say 86 on? It didn't even say 86 on the front. That's interesting. It just says Studio Series Transformers the movie. That's something new. Okay, all right. Top of the box. See if I can get it in focus. Transformers the movie Megatron. Takara Tomy. Bottom of the box, barcode and legalese. Put it here, and then I'm going to pull in closer to that barcode just in case you need it for anything. There she is. Alright, let's set him here. Crotch shot. Pull it back a little bit. I'm going to get the focus going. We'll get everything looked at on the box, and we're going to get this Megatron finally out of the box. Man, does he look good. Alright, so, that's not in focus. More than meets the eye. We got 54 steps to turn him into a tank. 8+. There's Megatron. Looking amazing. So that's that tank mode. Different. We'll see how that looks. And of course, got Transformers. Usually it's along the side, but now they got them in the front. And there's where it says Studio Series Transformers the movie Megatron. HASBRO. Back of the box. There's Megatron from that Transformers the movie. Battling Optimus Prime right there at the end. It's over, Prime. Transformers the movie Megatron. There's a little blurb if you want to read it. And there, I don't know, that might be a digital, you know, that looks like a digital render to me. 54 steps again to go into that digital render. There he is. And I don't know whose hand that is. Very cool. And there's more than meets the eye. Authentic. It's authentic Transformer, not a knockoff. Oh, there's this laser sword on his back. This other gun. Alright, and there's some legalese. Let me go ahead and focus it in like this so you can see it. Actually, I'm going to go like this and just scan it over because it's hard to get this small text far away. So there it is. We'll just kind of scan it. There we go. That's the box. Cannot wait to get this thing open. I don't know where the heck to open this thing at. I guess the top. Top is the only way. Okay. We'll set it like this. I'm going to get the camera in a better position, get a focus, grab my X-Acto knife to cut this piece of tape. While I'm doing that, I just want to say if you're enjoying this video, if you give it a like, If you enjoy action figure unboxings, toy hunt, shelf tours, everything fun action figure related, and you have not subscribed to Hey, What That On My Shelf, go ahead and do that. You get all that action figure goodness in your feed. Plus, if you have a fun comment, that's greatly appreciated. But what's also even more greatly appreciated is check out the links, the shopping links on this video. I've got some products, so of course I've got action figures and t-shirts. I've got t-shirts and action figures linked to this video if you want to check that out. If you do follow that link and purchase one of those, I will get a commission from that, and that would help this channel grow even more. Thank you so much for listening to my spiel. Let's get Megatron out of the box. All right. Megatron. Let's see if he'll stand. Very good. Let's see here. Boop. Gotta have this. Always gotta have these instructions. There's that white piece of paper. Hold on to that. For collecting oh my gosh, I almost said collecting preference. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Collecting preferences. I don't know. Anyway, there's the instruction booklet. Definitely need that. Okay, I'm gonna set it over to the side. Looks like we've got some ties to cut, and we've got this big arm cannon. Oh, I got a plastic tie on that as well. I didn't even see it. Cool. Cool. And then we got these around the legs. Didn't even get it. There we go. Crotch, arms. Any on the neck? Or are we good to go? I think we're... Nope, there's over in the armpits. Oh, God, Megatron. That had to hurt. He's okay. He's okay. Oh, he looks good. Alright, let's figure out what's in here. I might have to cut this little piece of tape off. Come on. Okay. Pull that out. Rip that apart. You'd think it'd be a Decepticon piece of paper, but okay. Come on. Alright, there's his laser sword and his part of his cannon and his blaster. Okay, cool. So that's all the accessories there. I'll probably throw that in the trash. Yeah, let's get this out of here. Let me get those pieces of plastic ties out of here too. Man, he looks good. Oh, he's still got plastic ties on him. Huh. Well, let me see how to get those off, because I don't want to go scraping against that plastic with something. I wonder if I can just undo it. There we go. I guess it's around his waist. You know what? At this point, it's all over the place. It's in his waist. It's around the corner. I guess it's just to keep them all in place. Okay. There we go. Got it. Very good. Okay. Let me get all these plastic ties out of the way so we don't have to look at those. I think that's everything. Okay. Megatron looks mean and I love it. Just for funsies, real quick, let's bring over the Earthrise Megatron just to show you some comparisons. Alright. Little bar right there. Okay, so here is the Earthrise Megatron. Wah, wah. He's little. He's something. But yeah, this is why I'm so excited to get this one, because he's a huge upgrade to this. He's got that huge wheels backpack. I don't know. Of course, he was modeled more. He wasn't made to be like. I mean, he was kind of made to be like G1, but he was for the Netflix War for Cybertron animated series, I guess you call it, 3D animated. But yeah, big upgrade for me being a G1 Transformers collector. So we'll get this Megatron out of the way. I want to show off some accessories that came with this Megatron. So let's get the camera about right there. Here is his arm cannon. Looking good, even has a little red paint on there. It's nice. Kind of splotched on, a little over paint, but that's okay. Looks great. Ooh, it even has a place for like blast effects in there. That's nice. I like that. Cool. It's too bad it didn't come with any. It's great though. This is the piece I think that hooks to his back to make it look like the G1 look. I think it goes that way. We'll see. Maybe it goes the other way. It's supposed to be like the front of the cannon. It might even be the front of the tank cannon. We'll see. Because it does have a place for a blast effect, which is cool. Then you've got your laser sword. Pretty neat. Would have been kind of cool to get this like in like they do the lightsabers in Black Series, like a translucent plastic or something. But it is what it is. You can't take that off. It is all one piece, so that can peg into his back, I guess. And of course, you can put this in his hand. Very good. There's that blaster. That's what he originally transforms into. This. There it is. That is pretty cool that they added this in at least. I like that. That's cool. So I want to see what Starscream. So this is the Earthrise Starscream. Let's get that in focus. They do have a new Seeker mold for Studio Series 86. I'm so excited because I think it's Thundercracker is the first one to come out. And it looks so much better. I hope that they get rid of the top of the airplane on the back look. So it's time for, yeah, it's finally time for an upgraded version of the Seekers. Let's see what this version of Starscream can hold this blaster. Looks like easy peasy. Like Transformers the movie. On the shuttle. Use a Megatron to blast, I don't know, Ironhide and I think Brawn and Ratchet. So, yeah, I like that. That's really neat. Alright, let's get this Starscream out of here. And, alright, we've seen all the accessories. Let's pull the, well, camera can only go about right there. Let's bring over Megatron, check out some articulation. Plus, I want to see real quick, so he does have two, oh, autofocus. Real quick also, I didn't know he was going to have a big hole in the back of his head. A big old screw in the back of his head. I don't much love that. Definitely going to want to look to cover that up somehow. I don't much like this other one either. I don't like either of those holes. I'm going to have to fill those up. But this hole is for this, but I don't know if it goes this way or the other way. Let me look at the box. See if I can find some artwork that kind of shows. Looks like it goes the other way. I think I got it backwards. Maybe just kind of flip it around. I believe the little piece goes back, but it's showing on the back of the box anyway. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looking very G1 with that. You know, I've got a Megatron red figure. Let me go grab that real fast. I'll be right back. I want to see if I've got that right or not. Alright. Here is Megatron red. So you can see the little thing is forward on this. And I'm going to go with that because this was supposed to made to look more like the G1 figures. So I'm going to flip that around because I think that is more correct. Yeah, that looks better. So, okay. Very good. This is the best G1 figure I had. Of course, it doesn't transform, but yeah, look at the size of that. That's, of course, the red figure, like I said. Alright, let's get him out of here. Get back to Megatron here. That does look better with that little, the sight piece on the back here. Very good. Alright, let's check out some articulation. So, for the head, there is just a ball joint down in there. So, we can have a look up about there. Nothing amazing, but it's better than nothing. Down is not a lot. There's not a whole lot of room to do much, but that's the range of motion you're going to get right there. Of course, you can spin it wherever you want to. Still very kind of bummed about the back of this head. I don't like the way that looks. To work on that. The arms. Okay, so you got a peg in there. Peg's going to be able to spin it around. Then you got a rocker with a pin in there. That works. There's no real bicep cut or anything, but you've got this, you can even see it right there. There's a peg going in right there. So you can swivel right there. And then you have another pin, so you can get that arm movement on the elbow. And the hands, I like what they do with these hands now, because it used to be only commander classes that I know of had these finger hands that you can actually put them out, so you can push these back and have them pointing, which is really nice, or a trigger finger. Yeah, just really nice enhancement there. Glad that the leader classes are getting these hands now, so it looks really good. It's one thing I couldn't stand about a lot of the Transformers figure is it just, okay, here's Starscream, Earthrise Starscream. That's what you get, just like a circle hole. I don't know, but yeah, I like what they're doing with these. It'd be great if they could get these into like even down to the deluxe class to have finger articulation like that. Would be amazing. What else? Alright, so that was the arm. The waist is just a cut, so you're just going to move it like this. And then the legs, so he has all these flaps, but I do believe, oh no, okay, cool. So I thought these were going to pop up like, I think it was the Optimus and some other figures, but it's actually all one piece, so that's nice, so you don't have to worry about that. The only one is to kick to the side, you'd have to push it out for that. But that works. Alright, so yeah, you got a way big kick up. It's great. And then the kickback's probably going to be the same thing all the way to the other side. Almost, but yeah. Way back, you've got a thigh cut right there. That's great, it's just a peg. And then for the knee, you've got a pin right there. So there's just a single joint pin. Like that. Looks great. The foot is a big old foot that I love. It does have a pin running this way, so you get that right and left movement, and then you got your up and down movement on another pin. You can see it's kind of undoing there, but that's for the transformation. So yeah, lots of movement on the legs. I will say it's kind of weird to see the tracks in the back. It's not the worst thing, but not quite G1 accurate, but it doesn't look bad. But yeah, oh man, it's just such an upgrade for me. Like I said, the best G1 Megatron I had was my red figure, but he doesn't mix in with my other Transformers. I had just red Optimus and Megatron in my basement, so glad to get this great looking Megatron from my shelf. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to come in closer a little bit, get Megatron in a better spot. I will put all these, I'm going to put this one on for now. So this goes here. Of course it goes this way. That looks nice. Does it go? Yeah, definitely goes that way. That's cool. And then I'll put on his laser sword during posing. He looks good. I would say the only other thing that would be awesome if they got into a Transformers was like a second head with a different replacement, or even like face plates. To be able to put face plates in these would be amazing. I think they've huge upgrade on the hands. Love that. But boy, if they could add some face plates with different expressions, that would be amazing. So, I don't know. Something for the future, I guess. Alright. There is Studio Series 86 Megatron, looking pretty awesome. I'm so glad to have this. I don't know if I've said that yet. Oh yeah, only like 500 times. Okay, let's move these accessories to the side. I can't speak today. At least I'm not doing this as my first video of the day. I did the Optimus Prime Studio Series 86, first video of the day, and it was kind of a train wreck. I apologize for that video because it was awful. Great figure, glad to have it, but boy, a horrible video. Alright, so let's put Megatron here. Let's kind of get a better position on the camera. Something like that. Let me get focused, and then we'll throw other figures next to him. Where is it? There, it looks pretty good. So here is Studio Series 86 Optimus. That was the Commander class because it came with the whole trailer and everything. So height-wise, Megatron is just a little bit taller. Just a little taller. And way taller with this, of course, but If you go across like this, it is just a little bit taller. A tad bit taller than Megatron, or than Optimus. I don't love this camera angle because you can't really see the height as much. Let's just do that. I think that's what we're going to go with. Okay, who else is going to go in here? So I do have Soundwave, who is sorely needing an upgrade, an update. So I hope we get a Studio Series 86 Soundwave sometime sooner than later. Because he's just a little boy. He's a little boy. Yeah, he needs to grow. He's tiny. So hopefully they can get him more in scale, because I feel like he's not too much shorter than Megatron, honestly. He should be up to about right here, I think. That's what I think. But this is the Netflix War for Cybertron, Walmart exclusive. Soundwave, they did reissue him, I think as a wide release, but definitely needs an update. Who else? I mean, we've got Starscream, I think is the only one I've got sitting here, so we could throw a Starscream over here. He's not fitting real good. Let's move everybody back just a little bit. But yeah, thankfully there's a Seeker, a new Seeker mold coming, so we'll have a better look at Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp. Need all those, and if they redo the cone heads too, that would be cool. That would be awesome. So even if they did a Studio Series 86 Shockwave, would be amazing. Yeah, those Decepticons, they need some updates bad. All right. Glad to get Megatron updated finally. Let's see if that can look a little bit better right there. Alright, that looks pretty awesome. So happy to have this Megatron Studio Series 86 in my collection. He is sorely needed. Finally have a couple of G1, the main G1 guys here, Optimus and Megatron. So, needed that on my shelf. Now we just need this Soundwave. Alright. There is your Studio Series 86 Megatron. Stay tuned for some posing. Oh my gosh. Before we go to the posing, I forgot. I never transformed Megatron. So real quick, I don't like to transform these on camera. I'm horrible. So I'm going to cut to the transformation of Megatron real quick and just slice this video in. And we'll come back to this. So, okay, here is the alternate mode of Megatron Studio Series 86. Alright, here is Megatron in his alt mode. This is the new tank mode. It took a little bit to get him into this. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this all that often because I just want to leave him in his regular mode. I mean, this is fine. It works. It's kind of cool that they were able to hide all these tracks and things inside of his legs, which is pretty cool. And there's the view from the bottom. So it does have a wheel here, here, and here. See, it does roll. It does swivel, so back here is the point where it kind of swivels, so you can kind of move it around the turret. Usually you probably just want to go here to here to make it look halfway decent. I do like how they incorporated the chest right here with still have the Decepticon logo up front. It's kind of cool. They do have in the picture that you're supposed to add this to here, but I just don't think it looks that great having that there, so I just left it off. And of course it also says you can put the laser sword over here and stuff, but yeah, it's just kind of, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool. It's way better than the Earthrise Megatron. That tank mode, yeah, just didn't look that great. I mean, it's still the same thing where you got to fold the arms in and squeeze them together and they hook into his blaster. So I thought this was for blast effects, which it could be. You could probably still do that, but it's mostly so you can stick this back piece into the front to make it the front of the turret of the cannon. So I don't know, it's a fine alt mode for, you know, you can't do his original gun mode anymore, so I think it's a good alternative. I definitely won't be displaying it this way, but it's nice to know that he still does transform. It's fine, it's nothing amazing, but yeah, there it is. There's Studio Series 86 Megatron alt mode. Alright, let's go back to the main video. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the alt mode of Studio Series 86 Megatron. tank. Yeah, so there he is all lined up with the other figures. Let's go ahead and we'll do some posing. So, alright, thank you so much for watching this video. And stay tuned for the posing. There's your Studio Series 86 Megatron. Thanks for watching.